Good morning from Nassau. So it is 8:30 in the morning. Hallie and I just got up. We're gonna go have some breakfast. There was a medical emergency on the ship last night, so instead of spending the night at sea, we headed straight to Nassau. As you can see, there's a big group of people out there waiting to get on, and across from us, instead of it being a Royal Caribbean ship, we have a Norwegian cruise line ship. So I think that's going to be the next company we cruise on, if it's not Disney. Alright, Hal. We've made it.
Yeah. Where's Larry?
I don't know. So the ship across from us has the Impractical Jokers on them.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit jealous. Alright, so update, we are at John Watling's rum distillery. We hoofed it all the way up, and on Google Maps it does not show that there's a pretty big hill on the way here, so
because they're back in
FYI. Yeah.
But we're gonna go check it out.
We're gonna go check it out. It's in an old plantation, so it's in a nice big building. So we're gonna do the distillery tour, and then we're gonna do some tasting and maybe bring some stuff home with us. So we're here at the distillery. We just walked in the main room, and we are getting ready to do a tour of the distillery. It's a group tour, so they're kind of just waiting for more people to show up. But when we came in, they gave us a delicious mixed drink.
Yeah, it was really
good.
Like
a little sample, and it was very tropical, and
you couldn't even taste the rum.
Yeah, it was one of those dangerous ones.
Definitely want to fill you all in on here inside the Bahamas. So you actually have a lot more than just sun, sand, and sea to offer. You have a lot of history, a lot of culture, about 1,500 plus years worth from then to now. And I want to get started sharing that with you by first introducing you to our original indigenous inhabitants. These folks are actually known to us as the Lucayans or the Arawaks, or amongst themselves the Lucacari, which literally means people of the small islands. They migrated here all the way from South America as early as around 500 to 600 AD, made their way here inside the Bahamas and made their living mostly off the land, as you might be able to imagine. A lot of fishing, farming, that sort of business, and they were generally known to be a very, very peace-loving set of people. As a matter of fact, they enjoyed their peaceful way of life for quite some time, all the way up until 1492, when this guy decided to sail the ocean blue. Of course, what you're looking at just there is Christopher Columbus himself, and as the story goes, when he made landfall here inside the Bahamas, he came in search of natural resources more so than anything else. Unfortunately, he came across the Lucayans instead, and you can probably piece together what happened after that. The Lucayans, as they were all taken into slavery, brought back to work in mines in places like Cuba and Hispaniola, and because they could not handle the harsh conditions, they all died out as a result, leaving the Bahamas, as it was, completely uninhabited for the next 130 years following. Which brings us over here. The Puritans, in search of some place where they can actually practice their religious freedoms freely, will make landfall on the family island known as Eleuthera. Once they touched down on that island, they pretty much had no other choice but to stay there after that boat was completely wrecked due to a storm that had passed over. They were stranded on the island, had to make the best out of a bad situation, and as a result, these folks would go on to be known to us as the Eleutherian Adventurers. This is all in 1647 when they came to us, and by 1648 we officially became a British colony. And we remained a British colony all the way up until July 10th, 1973, when the country itself got actual independence. Now, as you might be able to tell by the 19 in front of the 73, that was actually not that very long ago, about 46 years as a matter of fact. And just to put that into a greater form of perspective for you, there are people in this country today that are alive and older than the latest constitution of the country itself. So, if you ever do get a chance to speak to a Bahamian that is 55 years plus, please be sure to ask them where they were the night of independence, and I guarantee you'll always get a very beautiful, vivid story. Now, getting them to stop talking after that is intense. What you're seeing in front of you right here is actually our hand-cut well. The well is about 74 feet deep and 200 years old, and the walls of the well are actually carved out of limestone. The limestone naturally filters out the water, so you'll always find at least 2 feet of fresh water at the bottom of this well, which you'll also find is a lot of phones, cameras, people's kids, things drop down there all the time, and they stay down there. Now, the name that you see all over the place and all the signs and all the barrels on my shirt, John Watlings. This is the name of a 17th century pirate that actually died during a raid in Arica, Peru. He was killed due to a nasty gunshot wound to the liver, which is kind of why we named the place after him. Because if you drink too much rum, it shoots to your liver and you die. Watlings actually lived here in the Bahamas on the island of San Salvador, the same island that Christopher Columbus stumbled upon on his journey to the New World. Okay, now from here we're actually heading inside the distillery itself. This is probably the part you came for. You'll all be following me. We're heading right this way. Right now is John Watling's distillery itself. This is where we do the aging, the blending, as well as the production. As you look down into your right, you can see the aging happening right in front of you. Each of those white American oak casks is filled with some of our John Watling spirit on the inside. Our rums run the gamut, going from light to dark, starting at 2 and ending at 60 years. As you look down in front of you on that stainless steel table, that's where the production actually happens. Everything you see on all of our bottles is all done by hand. From the numbering to the labeling, as a matter of fact, this is the only place that we do any of this. So any bottle that you come across when you stay here, whether it be the smaller local liquor stores or large hotels, all those bottles that have come from right here, and those are some of the people that put it together for you.
Cool.
Kinds of drinks. But it's all about your classic daiquiris, your rum dubs. This makes one heck of a mojito, and I'd even recommend it for a nice rum and lemonade. John Watling and the rum. Now, this one is actually aged 3 years. Very small, woody, oaky characteristics behind it. Folks that tend to like scotches and whiskeys tend to like this one a whole lot more. As a matter of fact, this is the same one that you'd have tasted inside your free sample when you walked in. You can all step up and get a whiff of that for yourselves.
We're ready to try this.
Now, the amber rum here has a natural pepperiness to it that complements a good soda fairly well. So, you know, obviously like a nice rum and coke, or if you like, it blends really nicely with iced tea.
So as you said, they do all the labeling by hand here. So this is their production crew. So they're labeling everything, numbering it. Over here's the barrels where they're aging it, and that's where they blew it. It goes from that to that to that to that. So everything is done in-house. What's it smell like?
It smells like heaven.
Why is the rum gone? So
I couldn't get over that water well. It was hand carved out of limestone, 74 feet deep. Holy cow.
pretty cool. But this isn't quite Buffalo Trace, but it's pretty darn cool.
So we ordered the Rum Plate with the 4 different kinds of rum that they make here. And they come in these little glasses, little snifters. So we've got the pale, the amber, the Buena Vista, and the single barrel fancy guy that made this plate $15 instead of $10. Or are you going straight for the single barrel?
I just wanted to smell it. So it definitely is a strong one.
All right, we're gonna try them out. So we also have water for cleansing our palates.
Awesome. So Hal is going to start off the light.
So this is like typically not to be drinking straight. It's supposed to be mixed with drinks. So we'll see how this goes. It's rum.
Why is it all gone?
It's not. There's more.
Oh.
It's not bad. Like I thought I was gonna like gag and make a face like with cheaper stuff, but this is not bad. It would be great in a mixed drink.
Our tour guide said that the light rum is best mixed with juice, so that would be good with the lemonade.
They have a special cocktail of the day that's a pink guava daiquiri. I think I might have to splurge and get that too. It's probably like this in it.
This was a bad mistake.
Do you like it?
It's alright, but I'm having flashbacks.
Oh no. He's got to be strong. Do it for the team.
It's pretty good.
Now we're moving on to the amber.
Which
So
this
it's
one.
a little bit darker.
Yep.
This one was 5 years.
No, Buena Vista.
This one's 2. So this 3. It
Yeah.
says 3.
The Buena Vista is 5.
Okay. It smells a little bit more. It has like a more of a smell than the first one.
It's more the barrel you're smelling. It's where it gets the coloring from. Yeah. Out of the 2, which one do you like best so far?
Probably this guy. I mean, like you can't drink that one straight and then be mad at it for not tasting as good as the other ones because it's meant to be mixed. step up from the first one.
Gee, thanks.
So Hal is now trying the Buena Vista.
Yeah, I already had a sip of it, and it's really delicious.
So this one is 5 years aged, and you can taste it. Smooth.
It is actually, like there's no like choking burn to it.
All right, you got to try the single barrel now.
Like right after it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You get cleanse with the water.
I think, yep. Here we go.
So here's the single barrel.
Oh my god. So what's the difference with this one?
That one is single barrel, and it is $116.
It's 4 years aged. But it's, yeah, so when it's blended, it's got way more alcohol. It's high octane, so it's like 66% as opposed to the Buena Vista, which is 40. No, yeah, 40%. So this one definitely will warm you up on a cold night.
All right, so we've made it through, and we both think that the Buena Vista is the best. So, Hal, what was your least favorite?
I don't know, like, okay, so I can't really say. I'm not really a huge fan of the single barrel because I don't like super high octane alcohol. Like, I'm not gonna buy like a super high quality alcohol that I'm just gonna mix because I don't drink things straight a whole lot. And then on the other side of it, the pale is not meant to be consumed straight. So those are my two least favorite. The amber was probably my favorite and will probably taste really, really good in drinks.
I really like the Buena Vista, and I really like the amber as well. So those two will probably be making it home with us today. So we were also admiring these awesome fans.
It can be our boat snack.
Yeah, right? So what'd you think, Hal? Was it worth the walk?
Yeah, I think this was really nice and I enjoyed it. I think the tour was pretty informative. It was short and sweet, but
and to the
gave
point.
You a lot of information about things are happening.
He wants to be on the vlog. Oh, here comes the little one too.
Oh my gosh, look at his little pants.
All right, back to the vlog.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Hey.
Chickens are great.
But,
I love chicken.
But what's next?
Next, we got a recommendation to head over to the Graycliff Chocolatier and Humidor. That place, they make cigars there, so we're gonna go there. So based on recommendation from our buddies over at John Watling's, we are now here at Graycliff Cigar Company. We are headed in. I think that they do tours. I'm not sure if they're free or not, but we're gonna find out. They also have a chocolatier, so we're probably gonna check that out as well. So we've come into this courtyard where the Cigar Factory is. But look how nice this is. It reminds me so much of Charleston. Oh, hi, Bubby. Look, I want nothing to do with you. Move along, people. But yeah, this is super nice.
Anyhow. So they're packaging them over here.
Hey guys, welcome to Graycliff Cigar Factory. Guys, just run appropriate.
So this is where we just came from. So I ended up purchasing, I'll put some pictures in here. We weren't allowed to film on the cigar rolling floor, but it was really cool watching them roll cigars. Total cost was $32 for 2 cigars. One
like larger one and a smaller one.
So the larger one I'm going to save until we're back home and I can cut it and enjoy with my bourbon. But this is a really cool little area here. And they have a pool back here. And these are some actual coconut palms. So for reference, that's the cigar shop. That's Hal. Nice little koi pond. Wow. An even nicer pool.
So now we're at the front of the complex and the Humidor restaurant is here behind me, which is a Brazilian steakhouse. We are headed into the Chocolatier, which is right here. Right there. Chocolatier. So we'll take you to get some chocolates.
So we've been walking for a bit.
We've been walking for a bit. And we were in search of the Queen's Staircase. So this is one of our last stops before we head back to the boat. And it's been fun walking through Nassau. Like, I think we were kind of concerned about visiting this area and what it was going to be like, but everybody has been super nice, super friendly. We've been welcomed to the island several times by just random passers-by, so it's been great. Yep. So we've enjoyed our time here today. We had a good time at the cigar shop and the chocolatier. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't remember that word. So we got a 4-piece there. Yeah. So we're just gonna get off to the side because I think there's some people coming. But it's been a really nice time.
And this area here is gorgeous.
Yeah. So we weren't sure we were headed in the right direction, but at the end of Shirley Street, it dead ends, and then there's no signs or anything, but there's just this this guardrail right here at the end of Shirley Street, right by the hospital, and that's how you get into the Queen's Staircase area. So the staircase is a big deal because it was all like hand cut. So it's really beautiful, and just this walkway through here is like a big, like, beautiful cavern. So I'll let you guys look.
So that's one cool thing about sandstone is all the hollowed out pieces. But really cool. So here we are, the Queen's Stairs. Yeah.
So behind me are the steps. There's also a waterfall through the trees here, which is a man-made waterfall. We met a gentleman at the top that was telling us about the steps. And basically the waterfall was added in the 70s as a way to show freedom, because water is freedom, so it's a man-made waterfall. And so it's based on the fact that the stairs and these rock walls were carved out by 600 slaves. And so this was kind of like their tribute to them, which is really cool.
We just went back through security and we're getting ready to go back on board our ship. But all in all, today on Nassau, fantastic day. I cannot wait to come back. The only two things that we didn't do this trip that we wanted to do is check out across the bay there, Atlantis, and we wanted to go to Senior Frogs, but...
And I wanted conch fritters, but we didn't make it over that way.
So... But we saw a lot of history and had a good time. Next time we probably won't sleep in as long as we did and get out on the island a little earlier. But how crazy is seeing Atlantis?
It's weird because there's no telephone numbers in front of it like when I was a kid.
So our view looks a lot different due to the fact that the Norwegian Pearl has left port. But here's a look at Nassau. So when you get off the boat, you have to go over this bridge and essentially go through customs right there. The stairs that we were at were at the base of that giant tower in the distance. And then the distillery.
That's a fort of some sort.
Yeah.
Not Charlotte, but the other one.
And then down there is where we went for the distillery. But we had a really good time on this island. What was your favorite thing of the day?
I was happy we got to see the Queen's Staircase because I had heard a lot about that, so that was fun to actually see it. The distillery turned out to be really nice, and so I was happy about that because sometimes things have good reviews online and then they turn out to be kind of sketchy. But that was perfect.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the distillery as well.
I wish we could have spent more time there. Like, I would have liked to just had some drinks and hung out on the grounds.
Yeah. But it was really cool. But we're getting ready to go to the pool, so we're going to end the video here. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up.
And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button.
And thanks for adventuring with us.